Hi everyone, Angela Simons here with the Thomas Group Northwest Real Estate. I'm here with my bestie and biz partner, Jen Anderson, on the other side of the camera.
Hey guys!
We are here coming to you today from Nolte State Park. It's a hidden gem with us locals, but over the years it's gained a lot of popularity, but shh, keep quiet. But it's a great place to come and hike and play and, just do a video. I am joined today with Wendee Mann with Wendy Jane Designs. Hello, Wendy.
Hello.
She is a home and garden designer. She can take care of the inside of your house and the outside of your house. Not only that, but she can decorate as well for the holidays. She's helped some local businesses decorate their offices and their businesses. So anyway, thank you so much, Wendy, for joining me. I really appreciate it. Yes, of course. It's so nice to meet you in person finally.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen and been following your work for a while now. So tell us what it is that you really do at Wendy Jane Designs.
Okay, what I like to say I do is I put your story together. Everybody has pieces of stories and little things, anyone who dwells in the space. So what I like to do is illustrate that throughout the walls of your home. So I like to take a piece of your story and a piece of your husband's story and a piece of your child's story and a piece of your dog's story and make a place for everybody where everyone's story is told together, whether it's inside or outside or your office or your van or wherever you live.
That's wonderful. So how did you get started?
My mom was in the design industry. She was a wallpaper hanger for several years. She was called the Paper Dolls. She had a business partner that she worked with.
Oh, how cute.
And no, I do not hang wallpaper.
Oh.
So I grew up in that. She worked a lot with designers. And I originally started going to school for fashion merchandising and then decided it was more the fabrics and textiles that I liked, but not in clothing form, more in accessories and home. And I just like to make home. I like people to have a place that they look forward to going to, that they feel it's their one and only space on earth that's all about them.
So if, for instance, if I had a listing coming up, or if I had some buyers that were buying a new house, how could you help me with maybe helping some of my clients, or helping if I was to move to a new home? How would you be able to help me?
Well, the greatest way is if I can come to your home you're in right now and see your things. See what things you have, what you want to take with you. Is there a particular color palette in that house that you want to see in your other house? Are there favorite things you want to see in the new house? Are there things you absolutely don't want to see that are in the old house that you do not want to pass on to the new house? And help you put that puzzle together in the new space. A lot of people are joining different homes together. That creates a lot of 2 couches, 2 beds. What do you do with everything? So I also kind of help the filter process of the recycling and refurbishing. I work a lot with people who are going through recovery and restarting their life over again, and also places like my Maple Place.
Oh, very cool.
So, and then once you get into your house, I can help you when you get in there as far as getting color on the walls. I do have people that I refer that are local in Maple Valley. Everybody I work with is licensed, bonded, as insured as I am myself.
That's wonderful.
And then once you get in your house, we can talk about what you do need. If you need furniture and things like that, we can talk about size and scale. And always remember with size, measure your doors first, because I cannot tell you how many people buy these big sofas and then they cannot get them through the doors. So that's my little tip.
I've had that issue before. So as far as, you're also really good with plants and nature and having a vision for yards and landscaping, but you're just very knowledgeable about plants that grow in Western Washington. How could you help somebody if they were to go into a new house? And I've seen it so many times, buyers are walking around saying, oh, I wonder what that plant is, or I wonder how to take care of that.
Yeah.
How could you help them with that?
So I always say plants are like kids, and every 5 years they outgrow their beds. And really it's kind of like bringing you to a new school. I'm going to introduce you to all the students in your yard, and you get to become the teacher. So in order to empower you and make you knowledgeable as that teacher, I like to come in and work with you. And I can make a map of your yard, and I can list all the plants that you have in your yard if I'm not familiar with it. I work a lot with Kent East Hill Nursery.
Okay.
They have an excellent staff, just extraordinary knowledge there. And we can figure it out for you. And what we can do from there is then you have a list of what you own. If you need any help pruning it, I always tell people when you do a consultation with me, you get to adopt me with my phone number, and I'm always available via text. I have a lot of people take me shopping via text. I had a client go all the way to India, and I got a help shop for furniture from India just by her sending me text messages and me saying, after seeing her house, knowing what scale would fit best, and then giving her a yay or nay and a why. And same thing with the plants outside for the sake of the animals living outside. One thing that's really happening, I'm going to get on my Save the Bees perch here for a moment. The landscape plants that are coming in do not flower, they don't berry, and they don't seed. And that's really causing a depletion in the food for the habitat and the wildlife around us. So I'm really trying to work with Wildflowers Northwest is my next door neighbor. She's a native plant nursery here in Maple Valley, which is very rare. There are not very many native plant nurseries. So the fact that we have one locally in our area is fantastic. And she's from University of Washington. She was educated there and has really great knowledge on native plants also. So working with them and making sure that what we're planting is going to feed your animals, it will bring your habitat in. One of my favorite things when I go to people's houses with plants is all of a sudden you hear one bird go, ooh, I'm gonna go tell my friends. And by the end of the day, we have hummingbirds and butterflies and bees, and they're all like, oh, look what's here. So it's all about benefiting everyone who dwells in the space.
Oh, that's very cool. And you can do that with plants that flower, because the flowers is what brings the food.
Right.
Okay.
And then the plants that once they flower, they go to a seed. If you do the no-till theory, which is leaving the micro and macro biomes in your soil alone through the winter time, then you're letting everything sit and be happy. And when you plant in the spring, you just try to plant directly in, taking off the dead growth and removing what little weeds you need to, and then putting down a good mulch to do your weed control. I'm trying to do the no-till after 25 years of doing gardening. It's a very hard thing to wrap my mind around, but the more I've been learning about the microbiome, it really is important to leave that soil undisturbed. Dr. Zach Bush, I watched an interview with him the other day, and he was saying if the government would pay the farmers 1 year to not farm on their lands, it would increase the microbiome by like 700%. Just by leaving it alone that 1 year, not doing anything to the land at all, just letting it sit.
Wow.
So that's my goal, is let's leave things alone a little bit. Let's stop doing the boxwood that doesn't do anything, and pruning. You know, if they are putting in plants that have flowers, the landscapers are pruning them into box shapes, which cuts the flower off, which then leaves you with nothing left for the birds and the bees.
Gotcha. So natural. Things should be left natural as they come, as they do. So that's wonderful. Now you mentioned something about helping others who are transitioning back from being incarcerated or addicted. What is that exactly?
So on the garden side, our landscaper, the landscaper I work with, he works with an organization, Teen Challenge, that they help young men who have kind of lost their way and are working on getting back into things and bringing them into our service industry and teaching them a trade. And with that trade, we encourage them. We talk about how we run our business, how we got a license, what we paid for taxes, how to be an adult and all of that, and have encouraged a couple of young men to go out and start their own landscape businesses.
That's wonderful. And that's on the landscaping side.
That's on the landscape.
Very cool. So, and then I know that you decorated for the holidays for a couple businesses as well. So is that something that you do for people if they need you to come in and decorate?
I do. I used to be a display designer at Seattle Gift Center for 15 years, and I used to decorate 150 Christmas trees a year for Department 56.
Wow.
So I've actually been to Minnesota and been trained by Department 56. My biggest tree that I've been doing is a 13-foot tall tree, and she actually moved, so I did not do it for her this year.
Wow.
And the tree is for sale for $750 if anyone's interested.
Wow, 13-footer. It's a real tree?
It's a fake tree.
Okay.
Pre-lit. It's
Pre-lit.
beautiful.
Oh.
It's only 3 years old, so it's a
Wow.
really good deal. But you gotta have a little giant, because 2 of them preferably.
Wow.
To get it up, it took 40 yards of ribbon, and I think almost 500 ornaments to decorate it. It's beautiful when it's
Wow.
decorated.
Oh, I bet.
If you go back on my website and look at the Christmases, I've decorated it. Well, all of her trees have been big, but this was my 10th year working with her.
Very cool. So that takes me to my next question. How can people find you if they want to use your service?
Well, I have Facebook, Instagram, I'm on Google, and wendyjanedesigns.com. You can text me. I am not a computer person. I work on my phone. I do not sit in front of a computer very often. That is one thing. If you're looking for computer generated drafted drawings, that is not what I do. If you want somebody to draw a picture in front of you and have your vision drawn right in front of you, that's what I specialize in.
That would be cool. That's awesome. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you taking the
It's
time
nice
to
to
come out and explain to us what it is that you do and how you can be of service to so many people. And it sounds like you're also helping people who, you know, need a second chance. So, which is awesome as well. So, interior design, landscaping services, holiday decor. What am I missing? Am I missing?
More garden services than landscaping.
Garden services, you know, Facebook, Instagram, WendeeJaneDesigns.com, or PM me, and I will be happy to put you in touch. We appreciate everybody who's watched the video, all of your support. We hope you have a wonderful holiday season and a very happy new year. Thank you from Angela and Jen at the Thomas Group Northwest Real Estate. Bye.
Practice aloha.
Aloha.